Hello and welcome back to NoBS. Today we return to talking about the NBA, or the National Basketball Association. This professional basketball league, the biggest in the world, is of course getting rather controversial in recent years. Last year it was revealed that the NBA is really in love with that Far East Middle Kingdom far more than they're in love with their American home country. That's right. NBA has been pandering to the Far East for a long while now, and it's gotten really rather ridiculous. Last season, it came up because people were complaining how LeBron James and all these other people were kind of supporting China over actually supporting freedom and democracy in America. They're fine with making fun of Americans and going after our people, whites, cops, and all that stuff. But if you say anything bad about the Far East, like, you're definitely going to get in trouble. And that's just because the NBA has been bought out by the Middle Kingdom for a long while now. They've been going there for games. They've been getting support from this foreign adversary of ours. And it's really come up recently for a very, very interesting reason. A story recently broke on Twitter where a person was doing some looking and investigating and found out that the NBA store only allows certain kinds of shirts on their shop. So basically, you could go to this shop and you could buy an NBA jersey and you get to put your name on the back. You could put your name, or you could put something else on the back, like, say, make America great again. You could put something else like in words, but there's certain things they don't allow. That's very, very interesting. And that's what's brought us to today's story. So you're not allowed to talk about certain things which are related to China, but you are allowed to say other really bad things like hating on white people, hating on Jewish people, hating on cops. Like, all that stuff is allowed. This was all brought to the forefront by someone named David Hookstead on Twitter. We're going to get to his story. He has some audio and some reports, and we're going to follow up on this real soon. But first, let's take a quick moment to check out our sponsor. Recently, the Supreme Court has decided to not look at big Second Amendment cases, saying they won't hear appeals to several cases involving weapon laws. This has caused a blow to Second Amendment activists, and to combat this and to show our support for weapon owners, Beyond Patriots is doing a giveaway of their popular Second Amendment coin. Normally, these coins would retail for about $40, but now Beyond Patriots is giving these gold coins away for free just for this occasion. All you have to do is pay for shipping, which is an awesome deal for a really good quality collector item. And you'll be supporting our Second Amendment rights, which is really important, more important now than ever. So make sure you guys check out that exclusive link below. Get yourself a free coin today, only pay for shipping. And now let's get back to the show. Great, now that that's out of the way, let's turn to this story. It broke on Twitter just yesterday. It comes from David Hookstead. The first tweet says, "I'm on the phone with the NBA store right now. Sales rep says I can't buy a free Hong Kong jersey, but I can buy a Kill Cops jersey if I want one." Now, this is someone talking to someone. Now, he actually called in. This was done after some digging and looking into things, and people started to try different phrases on the jerseys. Like, this is the NBA's website and store official. And apparently you can't say free Hong Kong, which is where they got into trouble last year. Last year, they started kicking out people that had free Hong Kong gear on at the games. And that's what started the first controversy related to this. It showed that they're not siding with Hong Kong. They're going pro-China all the way. And that kind of brings us to a side story. Basically, Hong Kong has been fighting to get itself more freedom recently. They used to be this kind of semi-autonomous zone within China, but now China has locked them down more and made them more part of the homeland. And that's not really good for Hong Kong. They're used to having a certain amount of freedom, similar to the US. Actually, they were actually a colony of the British for like 100 years. That's why Hong Kong is so international, and they all speak English there. They really love America too. Like, there's that British-American connection that also connects us to Hong Kong. And that's why a lot of Americans like us, we're supporting the Hong Kongers. They deserve to have freedom. They're very, very similar to us. They're capitalists. They want to stop this oppression coming from the communists. And, they're even doing things so far. Like, they say they love America in Hong Kong. They wave American flags. Like, these guys are more patriotic than a lot of Americans that are here right now. So supporting them is definitely a no-brainer. They're on the side of freedom and, democracy and all this good stuff. And the fact that the NBA is siding with China is what's really embarrassing. It's like, damn, they're like these millionaire basketball players who are supporting this foreign adversary over our actual people and over supporting a freedom movement in Hong Kong. So this has come forth in this jersey store catastrophe. I think it's gone really bad. And it goes further than this. So next, the story says, here is audio of the NBA store telling me I can't buy a free Hong Kong jersey, but I can buy a Kill Cops jersey. Eventually, once they realized what was happening, they claimed they couldn't sell me anything because of high call volume and system error. So this is sounding very funny already. Let's go ahead and check the audio.
So just to be clear, I could not get a jersey that said Free Hong Kong, but I can get one that says Kill Cops on the back of it.
Yes, sir, you can get that one.
Okay. All right. That's very interesting.
Sam.
So, I mean, there's not much to it. It's just audio proof with a sales rep, someone working with or in conjunction with the NBA. And the lady just said it straight up. I think they start to realize how bad that looks. And then they started to backpedal, as the guy said. But the damage has already been done. Everyone's talking about this. This is just a really bad story that's just getting worse. Like here, you could see them trying other names. And here you could see this person say, update, this is just 3 hours ago. NBA is now letting fans create custom free Hong Kong jerseys after initially not allowing them to be made. I'm actually shocked the NBA reversed course and is allowing fans to buy these. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. The Kill Cops one is still available too, though. But, you know, I don't think it's about like trying to censor certain phrases. Like, I think this is bad. Like, cops are our heroes. They shouldn't be attacked like this. Like, this shouldn't happen. But, you know, there's freedom and we're about the freedom and we're about not canceling stuff. But it is interesting what they will cancel, how freeing Hong Kong was illegal or not allowed on their store previously. And now it is because of the outrage. Like someone had to make a little noise. And, you know, we're not saying we want to ban this other stuff. We're just saying, hey, you're banning this, but you're allowing this. It's like really, really ridiculous because it shows the bias of the NBA and how they're, you know, basically giving in to the Chinese. Like they're trying to appease all these Chinese people who really don't care about them. Like I guess they like basketball over there too. And, you know, a few players have come over here. We've played a few games over there. But the fact that this is happening, it's just really funny. And it shows the bad side of the NBA and how they're not really like American supporting anymore. They're supporting our enemies. Next, we got an article here that has a little more details, some more examples and stuff like that. It says NBA store bans free Hong Kong on custom jerseys, allows Kill Cops and anti-Semitic texts. As per recent reports, the official NBA store is not allowing fans to customize NBA jerseys supporting Hong Kong. Instead, it allows anti-Semitic text. Over the past few weeks, the NBA has been facing backlash over their relations with China after they introduced a new national security law for Hong Kong. The new law introduced new crimes with penalties like life imprisonment and allowing Chinese mainland security operatives to legally operate in Hong Kong. The law caused fans to call out the league for continuing their relations with the country for monetary benefits. Yeah, this is bad. This is more details about that relationship. NBA and China are in cahoots. They're getting money from China, which is causing them to cave in on these issues, like these obvious bad social issues. Like they're treating the Hong Kongers really bad. They're just putting them in jail for life. They're putting their Chinese communist soldiers there to, you know, oppress them and mistreat them and take away their freedoms. And the NBA is fine with this. They're actually playing defense and, you know, covering up things. And that's the worst part, really, is like the NBA is also the same people. Like, you got to remember, these are the same people that support like BLM, and they're talking about like, oh, let's save black people. Like, everyone's racist against them and they're getting oppressed. But at the same time, how can you ignore Hong Kong? Like, why is Hong Kong not important to them? Why are they supporting China, which has all these other civil rights violations? They like cut people's organs out at hospitals, and they have like internment camps and child labor and like lots of bad stuff on their register. And it's insane that these NBA people still want to high road us after all this. NBA store law allows Kill Cops jerseys while banning free Hong Kong. Last month, the NBA approved the idea to allow players to wear a jersey with a personalized message related to any social cause on the back. However, the NBA store does not allow sites to customize jerseys with any messages they want. Pointed out by fans on social media, the NBA lets people create jerseys with words like Kill Cops while banning people to input the words Free Hong Kong. Along with these words, anti-Semitic phrases like Burn Jews can also be printed on a customized jersey. Fans also pointed out that the words F Hong Kong, which contain the same amount of letters, are allowed while Free Hong Kong was banned. The NBA is yet to make a comment on the issue. So this is showing how big of an issue this is. This Hong Kong thing is really big for China versus Hong Kong. They want Hong Kong locked down. I mean, this is like a major industry city. Like this is like a big city, like a New York City or London. Like Hong Kong is huge, and China obviously wants to kind of take it over, even though they already are part of China. Like we said, it's a tricky situation. It's like a two-state kind of one ruler situation. Like Hong Kong has been kind of in flux ever since the British released their rule of it back in the 90s. And yeah, it's had this kind of iffy situation. And now it's leaning further towards they're getting taken over by China. They're going to become communists and their whole industry is going to kind of get taken over. But the problem with that is, it's going to really ostracize and oppress and hurt a lot of people in that area. This is a big city. And the fact that the NBA is trying to hide this, free Hong Kong message while also having these bad ones about Jews or effing Hong Kong, like it's a very bad look. This Odie guy has a good answer. He says, stop watching NASCAR, stop watching the NFL and the NBA. Yeah, these are all companies too, National Football League, National Basketball League, and, National Car League. It's like they're all taken over by this SJW stuff, all these leftists. The NFL has people kneeling at the national anthem. They're also going to have a black national anthem this year. NASCAR just went through that whole hoax thing where the hoax came up and they pretended it was some racist thing when it was just a rope in a garage. And now the NBA is supporting all this China stuff. Like our national sports are suffering, guys. Like we're really losing it in America. Like, these things used to be great institutions. Like I used to watch all these sports. My family still watches them sometimes, but I don't know about this year. I don't know about the future. The future is looking bleak with sports. I guess maybe baseball could still be good. I don't know if they have any woke stuff coming down the pipe, but these three are definitely falling off, and it's not looking like it's going to get any better anytime soon. That about wraps things up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts on everything below. Also, hit that like button to get this video shared. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell to get notifications for new videos, and until next time, have a great day.